So if you've tried using AI in your business and it didn't stick, you just felt frustrated, it's almost never the tool's fault. It's one of these three mistakes that I see literally every time. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. So here they are. But now, first of all, I want to be clear about something. None of these mistakes are about being too technical enough. Every one of them is a strategy mistake, not a skill mistake, which is actually good news for you because strategy is fixable and in just one afternoon. So I'll go through all three and I'll give you the fix for each one as we go. And I'll actually give you a real life example of what I did. Okay, so let me just share my screen. I have a quick little visual because I can't talk without drawing on a little map here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So the three mistakes that people make, and let me get my red pen out here. So the first one, picking the tool before the problem. The second one, trying to automate everything in one day. And the third one, using AI's first draft as the final draft. So let's dig into each one of those. Okay. So picking the tool before the problem. Let me know if this sounds like you, because there's so many videos and downloads, all that kind of stuff. People say, hey, I just built this skill. You need to download it. I just built this custom GPT. So you're grabbing all of these things. So you're watching some of these viral AI demos. You sign up for it, you open it, but then you just stare at it because you think, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with it. Or worse yet, you spend all this time but it's not solving a problem that you have. So it's the backwards order of operation. So, how do you fix it? The first thing you need to do is you need to identify what is the task that you're struggling with. So, for instance, an example here, you spend 40 minutes every Monday morning writing the same kind of follow up email. So, that's a problem. That's that little thorn in your side. Once you've identified that, then you can go find, is there a tool or a skill that you can build that will help you? So, problem first, always. So, problem number two, trying to automate everything in a day. So let's face it, we're all so excited about what AI can do in our business, how much time we can save. But the problem is we get too excited and we download a bunch of stuff or we get all wound up about things and we think, okay, I'm going to implement this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do all of this in a weekend. And maybe you do a lot of work. Maybe you build all of these workflows, but guess what? 2 weeks later, then you're thinking, what did I build? What is it doing? Is it even working the right way? So, what's the fix? The fix is start with only one task. And I suggest pick an easy task, but one that just kind of irritates you every time you have to do it. Then kind of map out what you're doing, look at what the pattern is. So the idea is you only want to fix one thing at a time and then measure it. Is it actually worth the time that you saved? Only then go to the next one. Now, this is really important because sometimes people are spending so much time building these AI tools, these skills, all this kind of stuff, and even running that skill, maybe it only saves them 5 minutes. Maybe it's just as fast to do it manually. So you need to really look at what it is you're trying to automate and be ruthless in, is this truly is it worth the investment of building it and then running it? So let's go on to mistake number three, using AI's first draft as the final draft. So this is the one that can really kind of run you into the ground, so to speak, because let's face it, we see they call it AI slop, right? Everybody has junk out there, but it's just too smooth, too generic. It doesn't sound like you. It doesn't really solve a super specific problem. Now, I've made that mistake. I follow all of these influencers, these AI gurus, but sometimes it's just either so surface level or it's just not solving what I need. So what's the fix here? Remember, use AI to write the first 80% and then you do the last 20%. In other words, tie it directly to your real life experience, how you would talk about it, why it was important to you. And when people hear that and they can see real life examples, it will make more sense. So following my own advice, let me give you a real life example. what was a chore that I had that basically just kind of drove me crazy? It was my monthly bookkeeping. Now, I had a nice system worked out. Receipts would come in, I would flag them. Then once a week, I would go to a spreadsheet. I would manually enter all of these things. At the end of the year, I had all of my expenses and income cataloged, but it still was a pain in the rump. Okay, because it took too long. Now, let me back up just for a second. An important thing that I think that people forget about is the why. Why is this a problem? Why are you looking for a solution? For me, one, it took too long. I missed entries. So sometimes one of my receipts didn't land in my inbox, or I deleted it without processing it. So I was losing money basically at the end of tax time, and it still was a manual process. And quite honestly, it was something that I didn't enjoy doing. So what did I do? I first mapped out that process. So I already had a process pretty much in place, but some things were just kind of buried in my mind. So I had to literally, okay, which folder do I save the receipts? And kind of tweaking it also. In a perfect world, what would I like? Then I identified the when and where. So what would make sense to do this? If literally I had someone sitting next to me in my office, I would want them to do it weekly, every week, reconcile all my receipts. Every month, do a global suite, download my reports from Stripe and PayPal and all of those places and do a reconciliation. And also do an annual checkup, because every year I save all those receipts, I create a new spreadsheet, and I kind of start over again. Then once I did that, AI and me, we built this, we tested it, and identified what were the gaps. And you can always ask AI, hey, what would make this better, et cetera, et cetera. So we identified some of the gaps on mine. On my spreadsheet, I have categories that it gets filed in. There were some receipts that didn't have a category, a clear category, so we had to do that. So we continued to refine it, and guess what? Now I just monitor it every Friday. This works in the background. Another gotcha was I didn't want it just to arbitrarily start writing on my spreadsheet. So every week it gives me a detailed report. It asks for permission before it updates my spreadsheet. Once I give it the approval, then it runs. So easy peasy. So here's a little chart here. My bookkeeping problem, what did I do? I first identified what was that problem. I mapped out the steps. I said when and where. So every Friday at 6:30 a.m., little side note, if you run some of your tasks, if your computer's awake before the prime time, it's a dab cheaper. Monitor the results, continue to refine, test the process. Oh, I think I did that in backwards order, but you see what I mean. You tested it, refined, and monitored. Okay. So again, identify the problem, map the steps, decide when and where, testing, refining, and monitor. So let me come back here. So that's it. If you follow those steps, you are going to get so much more leverage out of AI. It's going to save you a lot of time. You're going to love the things that you create because it's working just for you in your business. So if you want a copy of that little flow chart, just mention it. I'll put the link below and share it with you. And if you're struggling implementing AI in your business, reach out. I take clients if you want someone to build things for you, or if you just want to schedule basically a strategy chat so that we can see where those holes are and where you should implement it. Happy to do that also. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.